The summer of Superman has begun, and it starts out with a big bang, a literal planetary bang. Oh my god, this is Superman Unlimited, the unlimited version. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification button. Trust me, I drop bangers every week. Let's begin. Because Superman is going through changes. You see, the Daily Planet is getting an upgrade. They have a new investor. A recently divorced wife of a billionaire has decided to go behind the Daily Planet, providing them with everything they need to become worldwide. Not just Metropolis, Gotham, Themyscira, everywhere, now covered by the Daily Planet. A bunch of the reporters were curious. They were suspicious. Are they going to be controlled? But she made it clear, nah, all this is on you. I'm just going to fund it all. And right here, right then, Superman heard a commotion, or should I say Clark Kent. Now, he said goodbye, and he took his leave, and the billionaire's wife was confused. Your husband is leaving. Why? She said, don't worry about it. If Clark is gone, that means Superman is doing something great. He reports exclusively on him after all. Perfect cover, because you see, as we know, Clark Kent is Superman, and Gotham City is protected by Superman. Which is why I find it weird that crime is always still done here. Bruh, you know the Man of Steel is going to stop you every single time, just like he stopped you here. And by the looks of their faces, they didn't even seem surprised. One of them even said, hey, my grandmother loves you. You see, you're her favorite hero. I just wanted to let you know that. And he gave his thanks, like, thank you, citizen, but please stop committing crimes, because that's who he is. That's who Superman is. Even through the chaos, he could still hear the voices of people who needed help. A mother whose son fell into the lion's den. He had to hold the lion back. A plane was crashing in the sky. Everyone was terrified. But the pilot said, nah, just look out the window. Superman is here. That was the assurance. When he was on the ground, when he was in sight, everything was going to be okay. Burning building, sinking ship, it don't matter. Superman is there, and he does his job well. Because, like I said, he's Superman. Even in the minuscule streets of Metropolis, when a woman is trying to earn her living through street performing, he's still there to give her $1, if not 100, because we know Superman is a giver. But you see, all that is about to change, because right now he got a call from the Watchtower. Earth had incoming, an invader, but this one was not alive. This one was a meteor, a planetary side asteroid that could destroy the whole Earth. They needed Superman. The surface of the meteor was unscannable. It was unbreakable. He needed to use all his force to shatter the meteor and save the world. So, he charged up his attack, and like a bullet, he unleashed, only to find out that that was just the outer shell. The core was made up of 100% pure-grade kryptonite. He was facing his weakness. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but modern comics show that Superman has steadily been developing an immunity to kryptonite, but this volume, with this amount, yeah, it could kill anyone. And he was fast enough to look at Earth and realized where this thing was going to drop. A lot of people were going to die. And that was not a guess. It was an assurance. He could literally hear their heartbeat. He couldn't leave this meteor to drop. One way or another, he was going to stop it, even if it kills him. And boy, at that moment, he saw his entire life flashed through his mind, from his birth to the destruction of Krypton, to the 4 parents he had, to his upbringing in Smallville, learning morality with his parents, learning how to use his abilities, how to cloak himself, how to be not so special. His closest friends from Lana to Pete, even Lex. Now Lex was always distant, but he always stretched out his hand like, come on. But Lex was Lex, and Clark was Clark. When he discovered the truth, his birth, his origin, his life changed forever. He got his super suit from his mother because she knew the boy she raised. She knew he was always going to try and do good. And all that was even proven more right when he went to the future with the Legion of Superheroes and saw he was a foundation of what a modern superhero should be. This solidified his path. When he came back, he was all in. He went with the shard of what was left of his ship and made his fortress of solitude. He started the mission, he started doing good, and no one could seem to take a photo of him until they met Clark. Clark was a normal guy, and he met a normal girl, Lois Lane, his future He even met Lex. Now Lex was a piece of shit. He grew up to be an absolute tyrant, a monster, one that Superman would have to face countless times and also defeat countless times. Pathetic. All that in a span of a second as he died in space, mustering all of his strength to push the planetary kryptonite, of course, so it lands in the ocean, safe, away from people. But even that was still wrong, because as he looked, people were in the ocean. This was not enough. He needed to do more. This is exactly how his life has been. Funny enough, he has had to fight evil incarnates, new gods, dark side, interdimensional beings, evil Kryptonians, and actual psychopaths. He has had to fight super geniuses, parasites, and his even clone. All that to always come out on top. Sometimes he had help with his friends. Oh, his friends, and the love of his life, Lois Lane. He has so much to live for. He has been through so much as well. He has fought a monster. He has died from that monster. He saw the world had to carry on after his death. He saw the births of heroes. He saw his own rebirth, coming back from the brink of death only to stand strong. He saw his wife. They had a kid. A son who left them to the future, coming back a teenager. But still, he always came back, just like him. This time was no different. He was going to come back. He was going to see his family again. Fuck the kryptonite. He was Superman. With all of his strength, he pushed, and the meteor came down hard. We thought he was dead, until he woke up in the med bay of the watchtower. Jesus Christ, Krypto was on his chest, barking like a mad fucking dog, but even you will be barking as well, because he had been out for 3 months. 3 fucking months. The world did not have a Superman. Right now, though, he was just happy to be alive. And his family was happy to see him. His wife, his mother, his son. For sure, picked up the slack, being a Superman of his own right. Everyone was here. Everyone was overjoyed. His father was here, and he even saw himself walk through the door. But to no one's surprise, that was just Martian Manhunter, covering for him while he was recovering. Literally, on the watchtower, everyone was happy to see Superman alive. Everyone was overjoyed. But one man kept quiet. One man was silent. Batman. Hello, Batman. What's up? All he said was, come with me. I want you to see something. Use your X-ray vision in tandem with your telescopic vision and look to Earth. It looked really well. Between Brazil and Corto Maltese. And Superman said, Jesus Christ. That place looked like Krypton. That place was the future. Powered by Kryptonite, Earth's #1 resource. Now this was good news, and at the same time it wasn't, because from the corner of his eyes, he could see the super family now have actual injuries. Kryptonite was no longer hard to find. It was everywhere. Every assassin thug had it in their pockets. It's going to be really hard being a Kryptonian on Earth now. And Superman was not really shocked. He was like, alright, we'll battle through it as we always do. But Superboy was a bit offended. I mean, we will. You won't. Superman was confused until he clarified, they haven't told you yet, huh? Batman stretched out his hand and said, allow me, because you see, you were buried underneath the mountain of Kryptonite. You were at its core. You should be dead, atomized, disintegrated, but here you stand. With a push of a button, we see the lights just dim and Superman gives off a gold glow, looking like Superman 1,000,000. It seems Superman has gotten a power-up, and my God, am I ready to see more. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification button and drop a comment below just for kicks, alright? Peace.